In this video, we're going to go over the installation process of our 280ZX rear hatch visors. This one here is powder coated black. They're also available in raw aluminum from Skillard.com. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the bulb seal that's provided and we're going to stick it on the bracket because that's what's going to rest against the glass. Then once that's on, we're going to attach the brackets to the sides just for test fitting purposes to make sure that it lines up where we want it, and you'll be able to adjust the height where you want it, so you'll be able to set it in position and you can determine the height and start getting ready to mark where you're going to put the holes for the rib nuts. So I've already got the rib nuts installed in our ZX, but pretend like I don't. And basically the edge of this bracket right here, I aligned it with this edge right here on the hatch. There is some adjustability because these are slotted, so you can move them a little bit, not a lot. So part of the reason you're test fitting it is to ensure that this is going to be the proper location, because you don't want it too wide, because if it's too wide, the louver won't fit. And if it's too narrow, then when you put it on, that center bulb seal won't actually have tension against the glass and it'll flop around. So you want to make sure that it's tight to the glass. And you know, there's possibility there's some variances in the hatch, but almost all of us should be putting this bracket right on the edge right here. And then if you're not familiar with rib nuts, take a look at our rib nut video that we have available. These are M5 rib nuts, and I drill these with a 7mm drill bit. Once you have marked and drilled and installed the rib nuts, then I'm going to secure this bracket to this side, the other one to the other side, and then we'll go from there. Like I had mentioned before, as far as up and down, that's not real critical. It's just going to depend on clearancing. Like if you're not going to take off the sprayer, you know, you don't want it to be in the way, but also you know, just as far as looks go, so you can determine where it sits the best for the aesthetic that you want. So I'm going to put these on, and then I'm going to get the main louver hatch visor piece, and we're going to secure that next. Okay, so put both the screws in the bracket, left them loose till I had both in, then tighten them down. I've got 2 screws on the other side. They're loose, so I have some play here. And you'll notice too when I'm bringing this down how you have a slight variance in the angle. And that's okay, because when you tighten it up, it actually helps with the curvature of the louver. So I'm going to go ahead and get these screws in. Again, I'm going to leave them loose till I get both of them in. Then I'm going to tighten these 2 plus the 2 on the other side, and we'll take a closer look. All right, so here we have the hatch visor all installed. You can see where I put it, leaves a little gap right there along the top edge of the hatch. The width that I set on here, you know, makes it so this is nice and tight. You can see here that it's putting pressure on that bulb seal, so it's nice and solid. It's not bouncing around. That's what you want, so that way you don't have it floating up and down when you're driving, but nice and tight. If you have any questions, please send us an email through our website. These are available from Skillard.com.